What's up, guys? I'm back from my trip to New Orleans. It's my first time back in over 5 years, and I want to kind of just, share the trip with you, so check it out. So we're waiting on Anthony to come pick us up. I'm ready to go to the hotel, go to sleep. This is weird because I never had to stay in a hotel in New Orleans in my life since I lived there. So I'm going to be actually staying in a hotel in New Orleans. It's kind of weird. Never got it. This is Anthony, everybody. Our brother from another mother, Anthony. He came to pick us up from the airport, and I knew I could count on him to keep it real about what's been going on in the city.
Available at barnesandnoble.com.
Back home, man.
Buy it today.
So the place where it all began. Not much change.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Kind of depressing.
He took us downtown, and to be honest, everything looked the same. We about to go get something to eat. It's what you do in New Orleans, you get something to eat.
Beach Street.
It's like a heartbeat. And then he took us to New Orleans East. Now the East is where I grew up. If I was in school and a kid said, "Where you stay at?" and I said, "Oh, I live in the East," they would say, "Oh, your family got money, huh? Your people got money, huh?" Because it was a nice area. It was a nice part of town. Yeah, it had its rough spots, but for the most part, it was a, middle class to upper middle class to rich area, depending on what section you were in. But when we drove around there, it looked like a civil war had just taken place. It really seemed like no progress had been made at all when I looked at certain areas.
Oh, damn. Damn. That's what I mean by nothing's changed. Damn.
It was heartbreaking. I know that it should have been more heartbreaking, but I guess for me, I felt so detached. I mean, this wasn't the place that I had grown up in. It looked so different in so many ways, and the people that inhabited the area were not the same people, so I wasn't as invested personally in it as I once was, But there was one person in particular in the East that I wanted to see, and that's my Uncle Bruce, my dad's brother.
What's happening, Unc? What's happening? Hey, what you... I remember, boy.
Just say hello to people, Uncle Bruce.
Hello to people.
Yeah.
That's to his fans on YouTube.
How long y'all in town for?
To the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th.
Oh, we leave on the 7th, so yeah, we just came in. We didn't even check in the hotel yet. He's one of the few people who came back, who had the money to move somewhere else, but decided to come back and rebuild.
All right, then we did this. We got a bathroom upstairs, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Full
yeah.
bathroom.
What you had it? Yeah.
How long did it take you to do all this, Uncle Bruce?
I was in my house 8 months after Katrina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was contract on it.
My Uncle Bruce, like many people in my family, is smart but crazy. Definitely crazy.
Going down.
But we had us saving most of our money. I know you recording me, motherfucker.
Right.
Now let your daddy.
I gotta get some Uncle Bruce. I gotta get some Uncle Bruce on here. I got to. You gotta see where. You gotta see the family. You gotta see the family.
Wanna weed, my brother?
And that is Uncle Bruce. Yes, that is You look good. You look good.
Man, I'm looking like crap. Oh, God.
Nah, beautiful family. That's one of the toughest parts about Hurricane Katrina. As I mentioned times before in my other videos, it's not just the geographical location of New Orleans, but it's the fact that New Orleans was a multi-generational city where you have family was just, of the utmost importance, because you have a city in which many of the residents, they've had their fathers, great-grandfathers, great-great-great-great-great, however many generations past, all born and raised in New Orleans. And so there's a sense of not only pride in the city, but there's a sense of duty and ownership. You'll hear people say, you know, my city, I love my city, and I wanna help bring back my city. It's my city. And they mean it. It's this sense of, you know, it's a part of them.
Help each other.
But that's
You won't stop
inspection.
social issues like that. That has to do with education. And we have to start from the ground up. And we have to educate people to be more prideful people and not, you know, have some regard for life. Other than that, no matter, you can have a huge field. They'll find a way to commit crimes in the alleys and back doors.
Do you know why we have potholes in this city? It's because of the majority of people that are here they do not have income. Most of them is on welfare. In Houston, you pay taxes. You have paved streets in Houston. You have brand new schools. We don't have that because our income-based people are not here.
Now, you know me. You know that I'm really into health. I'm all about foods that nourish your body and, you know, that help to build muscle and help your internal organs to run efficiently and help your skin to glow and teeth to be strong and all that stuff. But I've been away for a little bit over 5 years. And New Orleans has some delicious food. And I'll be damned if I wasn't going to eat just a little bit of it. Gotta show this to Amina.
Yeah, we're happy. Yeah, Amina loves it.
So she finally see that we eating African food. And after I just finished going on about my wheat allergies, I'm gonna bear the brunt of it for them brownies, though.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be worth the suffering.
Yeah, it is. I'm willing to deal with it. Behold the unfolding, the unveiling of the brownies.
That is funny. No, I should say bam.
And so, our first night down, we went to Cafe du Monde because I wanted some beignets. It's up to the people.
Yeah. Get on.
Hi people, hi people.
Hi people.
There you go.
Welcome to New Orleans. Let me show you the way. It's New Orleans. You got it wrong.
She sound real New Orleans too. You heard me? These are beignets. Fried dough with sugar on them. How was that? Mmm.
Oh my god.
What you step in?
French water.
Which is usually beef.
It's a combination of beer, pee, cigarette butts,
And rain.
blood, and various other things. And it was so good. It was so worth it. Oh my gosh. I wish I had some right now. It's so much easier to be healthy up here than it would be down there. Our first day in New Orleans basically set the pattern for how the rest of the trip would go. It was visit family or friends and eat. And over food, we would discuss the current condition of New Orleans. You wish.
That when Road Home paid us our money to rebuild this house, this is a wish that I wish if I could turn back the hands of time, I would take their money and do like a white resident of Lakeview did. The mother, did you see this on the news? The mother, an 80-something-year-old woman, it was her house, but her son took the money and started a business.
Okay.
They had not rebuilt the house as of 4 months ago.
Okay.
All right? So they wanted to start doing a follow-up with Road Home. I told Bobby, I wish I had known this was going to be like this. I would have taken that Road Home money. I would have put you in business, him in business. Everybody would have been starting a business. We would have gotten that $100,000 back. You understand? Just like he did. But no, we trying to do the right thing. Oh, we come home and rebuild. The contractor screwed over us.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, come on.
Well, see, what I want to do is elevate my house to where the floor is right there.
and called the Baton Rouge store because I was like, I'm gonna come to work tomorrow.
Right.
You know, it was like I gotta go to work because I sure in the hell can't go back there.
Right.
So I gotta live somewhere.
And it's so funny to hear people talking about when I got to DC, there was a stigma of, oh, y'all just lazy, want handouts. But I'm like, nobody I knew, everybody I knew was working their asses off. Like, who wasn't just throwing themselves right back into work? We didn't even have a chance to digest what we had been through.
Because, like you said, the only help I've ever got, was $300 that I got from the Red Cross. That I stood in line 2 hours to get.
And $300 don't do a whole lot in that situation.
It did. You know what I'm saying? It bought me some new clothes to help go with the ones I didn't have anymore. But, I mean, you know, to me, the whole FEMA giving people $10,000 was a myth. I don't know anybody who got $10,000.
I ain't never get none of that money. I ain't get a dime.
I don't know a person who did.
Go back to the neighborhood that you were in before Katrina?
Yeah, that's the neighborhood I'm in.
Yeah.
And I will never forget one night.
Are these like Section 8 people now?
Yes.
Okay.
And the fact that I understand that you get a lot of money from Section 8, but the fact of the matter is you need to think about the quality of people that's going into these houses and into these neighborhoods. These were actually good neighborhoods, and now they're turning into crap.
I feel like what's amazing to me is that in New Orleans, people who are pretty young, early 20s, you know, have such strong views on politics in their city and so passionate. And I think it goes back to, you know, how I've mentioned before about it's their city. Overall, I think that I gained a lot from this trip. I think that I got some much needed closure. I think that I rediscovered my love of my city, and obviously getting to see my family and friends again. I think I reconnected and healed a lot of relationships that were left broken as a result of Katrina. And I know I'll be back. It won't be another 5 years until I return. You know, I'm gonna come back often, and I'm gonna do what I can to help out. The fact is, New Orleans is not where it could be. It's not where it should be. And I don't want to make light of that fact, but I don't want to dwell on it either. I wanted to give you guys the truth and show you what I experienced, and it's something that kept coming up. But overall, my trip was enjoyable. It was a joyous thing. It was a homecoming, you know. I hadn't been there since I left the rooftop, so it was perfect.